In this final chapter of the US version of the Porsche 911 Carrera build, I am hand painting matte black around the glass used for the front and back windows, plus the side windows. This represents the rubberized weather stripping around all the windows. Follow the directions carefully and only paint the raised beads as shown on the diagrams on page 18 of the instruction booklet. Hopefully you have a steady hand and a very fine paintbrush to get an even coat. Do all of the windows at the same time if possible. Touch up as needed. The Tamiya ultrafine paintbrush is very useful for this application. Remember that when you cut off the clear plastic from the sprues, you should sand any residual plastic left on the glass so that the windows sit properly in the body. In this section of the video, I am applying all the decals that need to be added to complete the model. First is the decal on the rear view mirror, which gave me a hard time as it kept moving onto the painted part or fell off as I was ready to put on the Walther Solvaset solution. After some frustration, I finally had it in place. Now is the rear bumper Florida license plate. Be sure to note the position as you don't want to place it upside down. Then I applied the name Carrera on the motor cover or hatch. Position this centered just under the louvers in the hatch. As throughout the decal application in this section, I use Walther Solvaset to set the decal on the model. The tiny Porsche symbol is now added to the center of all four wheels. Since the wheels turn, don't worry about how the symbol faces. Carefully dab the Walther's Solvaset as you don't want to move the symbol off center. I show only one wheel being done. The other three are done the same manner. The main Porsche symbol goes on the front hood. It goes on the slightly raised area on the hood. Just be sure it is straight. Finally, the last decal to place, the large Porsche name, is applied to the transparent red painted rear lens. Be careful to position it correctly on the lens by making sure which way the lens fits into the rear channel of the body. It only fits one way. Center the decal and secure it with Walther Solvaset. Now we are ready to cement all of the remaining parts onto the body. I start with the rear window. Apply CA around the rear window opening on the body. You can see the ridges the window sits in, so it is easy to do all the windows the same way. I am applying the CA with a flattened toothpick. Drop the window in place. The rear view mirror is centered in position on the front window. There is a small divot in the window to help you position it correctly. Hold a few seconds so it is somewhat set. Put aside to cure. Next is the driver and passenger side windows. Again, CA is applied to the ridges and the posts between window sections. Drop the windows into place. You can actually hear them snap into place. Both left and right turn signal lenses are cemented in place. These are the ones painted transparent orange. The windshield is cemented in place. Follow the same procedures as with the other windows. Hold a few seconds to set it. Cement the front bumper into the underside of the body. Note the large tabs fit up into the body, so it is easy to place. The windshield wipers are next. Note, I reamed out the holes in the hood slightly before attaching them. Be careful, these are delicate and break easily. Position them as you like. Now both the passenger and driver side mirrors are cemented in place. Revell did an excellent job of designing this model. The side mirrors fit exact and look authentic. The rear bumper is easy to place. There are two pins that are cemented into the holes of the body. Note the quote rubber unquote bumpers fit perfect to the underside of the body. Cement the rear lens into the channel onto the rear of the model. Hint: lifting the hatch makes it easier to get the lens into that channel. It only fits one way. The left and right side bumpers are cemented in place. This completes the rear section of the model. Door handles complete all of the parts that require cementing in place. Be careful, they are slippery and difficult to hold. All four wheels are now pushed in. Check that they rotate freely. Note that I snapped off the glued disc brake off one of the rear axles and had to reglue it before adding the fourth wheel. Display it proudly. Congratulations to Revell on their excellent instructions and molding of all the parts. The completed Porsche Carrera 911 model is on our turntable for 360-degree viewing. This is built in the US version. At a later date, there will be a UK version built in a completely different exterior and interior color scheme. If you have any questions about techniques explored in this video, or general questions about this build, please post your questions in the comments section below.